China has delivered a blunt message to the United States, essentially telling them to back off. Officials stated firmly that the current conflict in the Middle East is a tragedy that should never have happened. In a comprehensive address today, China's foreign minister focused heavily on the war involving Iran. It is clear that Beijing is deeply frustrated with Washington, holding the U.S. responsible for escalating the situation. Beijing also flatly rejected any proposals for installing a new administration in Tehran. Their stance is clear. Regime change will find no popular support, signaling a defense of Iran's current sovereignty. Furthering their critique, Chinese leadership remarked that a strong fist does not mean strong reason, arguing that global order must not collapse back into the law of the jungle. To understand why China is so agitated by this conflict and why they are hinting at direct involvement, you have to look at the strategic stakes currently on the table. Reports indicate that China currently operates an intelligence vessel providing Tehran with critical data. This includes the precise coordinates of American and Israeli military installations, naval ships, and troop movements. Iran is reportedly leveraging this high-level intelligence to coordinate and execute strikes against U.S. assets in the region. You might wonder why China is so deeply invested in this specific war. The reality is that the fallout hits their economy much harder than most people realize. The crisis reached a breaking point when Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway is the world's most vital artery for oil and gas, connecting Middle Eastern energy to the global market. While this closure has sent global energy prices skyrocketing, China is facing an economic impact that is particularly severe. A massive portion of China's energy imports must pass through that specific strait. With the route blocked, their primary supply chain for industrial fuel has been severed. Because the Strait of Hormuz is currently impassable, China's steady flow of essential gas and oil has effectively dried up. As the world's manufacturing powerhouse, China is entirely dependent on these resources. The current shortage is so acute that the country is now facing a legitimate threat of economic recession due to Iran's actions. China's investment in this war is born of necessity. Their primary goal is to see the Strait of Hormuz reopened and global energy prices stabilized as quickly as possible. Consequently, Beijing is pulling every lever available, ranging from high-level diplomatic negotiations and public speeches to the controversial sharing of military intelligence with Iran. Some analysts suggest that China's intelligence sharing is a tactical move to ensure that, even while the strait is closed to others, Chinese-affiliated vessels are granted safe passage by Iranian forces. Regardless of the underlying motive, China has made its position undeniable today. They blame the U.S. for igniting this war and are acting decisively to protect their interests. I'm bringing you the angles on this conflict that the mainstream media often misses. Hit follow to stay updated on every major development in this war with Iran.